Hey, also, right now I want to just kind of introduce the presentation. I know it's a little bit past midterm, but this is a next assignment. And so if you would just go here to your research presentation project, and the instructions are pretty much just going to be right here where you see this midterm, chemistry midterm. And here, just a quick overview. The rubric, that's just how the assignment will be graded. These are some possible topics dealing with chemistry that you can choose. If this is for biology, there's a separate list for biology. And then just some examples. This is one a former student created, and this is one that I created. So, just really quick going through the instructions here. You're just investigating a contemporary issue, so just something that's going on in chemistry, and you'll choose a topic. So, this is just to research and analyze an issue, present the findings, and then just kind of have a discussion on its impact and potential solutions. Right, so you're just going to choose a topic, and like I said earlier, there are lists of topics that you can choose from. But things like chemical pollution, uh, advancement in materials and science, nanotechnology, things going on with like ethics and just all these different things that would be interesting to you. You're going to do some research, and you are going to find some sources across the internet that can help you. Make sure they're credible sources, right? Not like conspiracytheories.com or anything like that. Make sure that they're actually good, reputable sources from scientific journals, college websites, things that have good reputations, right? Sources that have good reputations. You're also going to include a page there with your sources, so make sure you remember what they are, right? And then you're gonna create a presentation, organize it, just kind of like the mini slideshow that we did earlier, but this one's going to be a little bit longer. You're going to have to present for about 5 minutes, right? So right here in the highlight, I put the main things you're going to need for your presentation, right? So you should have a slide with an introduction. And let me just kind of go to the example that I created. It's not a full example, but what I want to show you all is this right here. So you see right here, I have an introduction. Provide an engaging intro to the issue, clearly state the purpose. And here you see that right here's the intro. I'm stating like what I'm going to talk about and what the purpose of my presentation is going to be, right? So that's the introduction right there. And then I'm going to create another slide right here for the background. I'm going to provide some background, some information. And so here I have a slide that is titled background, right? And that's the best way to do it, y'all. For all these sections right here, you see introduction, background, uh, impact, let's see, impact, current research, potential solutions, conclusion. So just go ahead and create a slide for each of these, right? So a slide called intro, background, impact, and then just make sure that you're hitting on all of these points that are here in these instructions, right? And then when you present it, you're going to make sure that you are, again, not just reading straight from a slide, but you actually know what you're talking about. You're basically learning something so you can teach it to your classmates, right? The presentation should you should be clear and concise. You should be looking at your audience, not reading from your slides. You should engage the audience, kind of, tell them stories, talk to them the way your teachers kind of talk to you, right? They don't read straight from the slides when they're teaching. That's kind of how y'all need to be doing it, right? And then just save some time at the end for questions. And the presentation should be no less than 5 minutes in length, right? So anything less than that will be like a lower grade. So just make sure y'all, again, your audience are your classmates, right? Keep it interesting, something that's interesting to you, but it's also going to be interesting to your classmates, right? And if you have any questions, just go ahead and ask those questions, right? And here you see the rubric. Make sure that if you want a good grade, you're doing these level 4 things, right? There's a little checklist here. So level 4, that would be an A, right? If you do these things right here, I'm marked on level 4, then you'll get a good grade. But if you do these things down here, level 1, not so much, right? So remember, try to focus on level 4. That will be an A. Level 1 will probably be a failing grade. Right. And then here are the instructions. Here's this rubric I just showed you. And then here are some topics that you can choose from. So many different things to choose from. And if you don't like these, you can choose another topic, but make sure it has to do with chemistry, right? And try not to create the same. There's so many different topics you can choose from. Try not to overlap with anyone else in the class. If you all do choose the same topic, try to make it different from one another. Right. So these are the instructions for the presentation. You have about a week to work on it. And so just make sure you do your best for this assignment.